Izzy, what's the mood of the squad like after the Wellington match?
Yeah, I think it's been a chance for us to reflect. I think obviously we didn't put out our best performance away at Wellington. I think it's obviously disappointing, but then again, you look at the scoreline and you look at where they are on the table, and I think there's a lot of positives that we still took from that match.
What was Stephen's biggest, message after the game?
I think it's just still about creating more opportunities for the team. I think we need to stick together as a group and know that we can do it. And I think it's just about finding those combinations and being more of an attacking threat going forward, and then just minimising the chances in the back third where we're making out on mistakes and it's costing us goals.
Yeah, the goals have kind of ebbed and flowed throughout the season. There's been spells where you've scored a fair few, and then there's spells like at the moment where you're struggling in front of goal. Are you able to put your finger on, what's maybe contributing to the lack of goals recently?
Oh, I think it just happens, doesn't it, in football? It's obviously not what we want. We want to be scoring more goals, but I think it's just about creating more opportunities. I think at times we're expecting our forwards to go 1v1 all the time, and at the end of the day they need support. So I think as a group, collectively, we just need to be better and help each other out a bit more.
What are you expecting from Canberra this weekend?
Yeah, I think they're obviously going to be a tough opposition. They've done really well this season so far. They're gritty and they're going to be a challenge for us, but I think everyone's up for it. And I think obviously based on last game, I think there's a lot of people that will be wanting to put, their right foot forward and make amends for what happened last time.
They've been one of the better attacking teams this year, but defensively, Glory have improved, particularly over the last couple of months. When you consider, Canberra's attacking firepower and I guess the defensive fortitude that you guys have found, what do you feel like you've brought into your game as a team, which has enabled you to be able to keep more clean sheets recently?
Oh, I think a large part of that is down to Teresa Morrissey at the back. I think she commands the box so well, and you've seen ever since she's come in, she's saved us so many times. So I think that's a large part of why defensively we're doing so well. But again, the back four as well, they've been immense for us. Obviously there's a few mistakes in there, which is naturally going to happen no matter what, but I think as a back four and with T behind them, I think they've been great at, defending, clearing and intercepting.
So 50 appearances for Glory, congratulations. What does it mean to you every time you go out on the pitch in the purple and orange?
Thank you. Yeah, it's obviously exciting. I love representing this club and the city, and I think ever since I got here I quickly realised how much I was going to love it here, and I think obviously over the course of the nearly 3 years now that I've been here, I've really grown to enjoy it, and I take a lot of pride in representing Perth. Even though I'm not from here, it feels like home to me now, and I think, to lead the girls out is obviously a massive honour, and to hit the 50 is really nice.
Thank you.
Izzy, this is the last home game before a run of away games. How important is it to get 3 points in this one and provide a bit of a platform for that away streak?
Yeah, I think, as you said, obviously going away for a while is going to be difficult. We know how hard it is for us to travel away, just with the distance. So I think, getting a win at home before that stretch is going to be important. And I think obviously we always do so well at home. So it's about kind of keeping that momentum and making this a fortress for us. And obviously with only 6 games remaining, it's pretty important that we win quite a good handful of them to actually put us in contention to make the 6.
And just with Canberra, is it fair to say that there's just a little bit of needle between the two sides based on previous games and the club's overall record against them?
Yeah, I think so. It seems to be with Canberra that it's always a tight fixture. I don't know why, but it always seems to be a battle, and I think maybe that's the nature of the two teams that we are, that we're always going to be fighting. It's not going to be necessarily a pretty football match, but I think we're up for the fight, and I'm sure they will be as well.
Izzy, when you reflect on your last few years in Perth and the difference between the seasons, how is this one different, both on a team level and also on a personal level, given you've been battling injuries for a chunk of this season?
Yeah. I feel collectively as a group, this is probably the best group that I've been a part of since being at Perth, and I think that's partly down to obviously the staff and then also the playing group that we have. And I think the culture we've kind of created here is an enjoyable one to be a part of, and I think I've really enjoyed that. And obviously being here for now 3 years, I think I've been able to step into a role where I feel a lot more comfortable in leading the girls out. I feel like I'm at home here. And yeah, obviously despite the injuries, I feel like it's a place where I want to be.
Actually, so just on that, heading into the last few home games of the season, what's the lasting impression you're hoping to leave with staff, the squad, and also the fans as well?
Yeah, I think touching on the fans, I think it's important that we leave them with something that they're going to want to come back to next season. I think when we played at home, you can see how exciting it is, and I think the atmosphere that we get there is important, and I think it'll be about creating something that they can come back to and know that it's going to excite them. And again, for the playing group, it's the same thing. I mean, we obviously want to make the top 6, so I think it's about putting our best foot forward to do that, and hopefully it obviously wants to attract players to come back and outsiders to come in.